This was a good exercise. I hope this video doesn't get demonetized. Very expensive milk replacer. It's still looking kind of nasty. You see it? I really need to get back in my barn. This corn harvest needs to just be done. And we're shut down.
The bushings is not tight.
What are you doing up there? We knew this day was coming. It is November and it is Canada, but we're never really fully prepared for it to go cold fast, and it's supposed to feel like -7 tonight. Stuff needs to be actually stored somewhere warm so it doesn't freeze. So Mark's busy doing that, and he just looked at me and goes, "I'm not ready for this." I'm like, "I'm not ready for this either." So I think we're gonna bring in a dumpster. There's a bunch of like building material that never got cleaned up even after we got our barn work done. And we just like things put away and clean before we get dumped on with snow. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a mess waiting for you in the spring when everything thaws. Oh no. Good morning, everyone. We have been busy, Carissa and I. She's on the camera right now, but she got to help me. We did a postmortem on a lamb that was literally walking, doing good, not any problems. Carissa saw it lay down. She went in to, get a water pail or something, came back out, and it was gone. So I hate that when I'm gonna wean this group like in days, literally days. It was a perfectly fine lamb, decent size. I'd say a 60-pound lamb, 50 to 60-pound lamb, so it was a perfectly good lamb. Now, if you come closer, Carissa, I'm just gonna show them. Now, hopefully this doesn't get demonetized, but I really wanted to show you when I opened up the rib cage, this is what I saw, so you can really see the lung. So this is the lung, and the vet said this looked okay, from what he could see from my pictures. But this is what I'm like, I kept saying to him, what is this then? Because I've never seen this. And he said, well, your heart should be around there. So we actually cut this open, and look, this is our heart. It should not, this was all full of fluid that looked kind of like urine. It was light yellow, and it was right full. This was like a big sack. And then all this white deposit almost looks like chicken fat. And he had a special term for this, but basically what it is an infection that affected the heart. So all this kind of is like a sticky, hard substance, and then all that fluid, and basically its poor little heart could not beat. It couldn't pump this morning. So Carissa literally saw this one looking fine and then down. Now the first thing we looked at when we opened up the body of the lamb is the intestines, and right away when I sent Rex the pictures, my vet, he said they looked angry. So if that's all I sent him, we would have just concluded that it was a clostridial issue, so it was like something going on with its guts, and that's typically what would happen with lamb. That would have been just our conclusion, and I think a lot of people are guilty for doing that. So he's like, I want to see the lungs. So I'm like kind of trying to figure out what is what, and I was able to just take pictures for him, and then this is what we concluded. So sometimes don't stop, just keep digging. They're already passed, so you're not going to hurt them, and they're fresh. So I guess the goal from now on is to he's going to send me some more sheep anatomy, like what everything should look like when they pass, And then I won't have any of this second questioning. I don't open animals up because I'm intimidated. I don't know what is what, and I don't know what healthy things look like versus not healthy things. So this was a good exercise. I hope this video doesn't get demonetized. I'll put a little graphic warning, but yeah, this is what we were greeted with first thing this morning. Okay, the one day I left my camera in the house, I've got another issue. I have a lamb that I noticed had a really weepy eye like 2 days ago. And Chris is like, this morning, she goes, you have to take a look at that lamb because I don't even think it's got an eyeball. And I'm like, oh, I'm sure it's got an eyeball. It's just really weepy. And then I looked and it's got a big abscess right in the middle of its eyeball. So once again, I had to send a picture to my vet. And he said, yeah, it looks like an abscess that's trying to explode. So he said to give it some tetracycline and a painkiller. But, oh my God, like what is going on with my sheep today? I really need to get back in my barn. This corn harvest needs to just be done. All right, let's see if I can get this guy. Where are you, little monkey? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one. So from afar, it just looks like it's weeping. It's not slowing it down at all. Okay, come here, monkey, come here. Okay. So what you're witnessing right here is we're trying to get the snow off the tarps. We had snow for the last 2 days, like flurries. Snow. There was snow covering the ground. And because we're getting into these short days, the sun, we have so many trees and shops and sheds that there's shade everywhere. So we're trying to find a spot of sunshine to melt these tarps off so we can unroll them and get ready to start corn again. We have till Tuesday night. It's looking clear till Tuesday night. And after Tuesday, it's not looking good for farmers in Ontario. So we're gonna push, and I'm sorry for everyone that wants to see sheep. We will get there, I promise you. You're gonna have your fill, because in less than a month 2 days ago, we are gonna be lambing again. So I promise you, you're gonna be sick of sheep in like a month. Close. Lucy's with Dad.
What's up?
Is Lucy with Dad?
No clue.
What?
Just curious if I can automate this. So let's type it.
You're lazy.
It's a serial bus line. I definitely can.
I'm sure you can. Well, so far, I don't want to jinx myself, but so far we're having a really good day. Jack just got home about 45 minutes ago, so he's on his second set. I've been kind of just plugging away here, so I haven't had a lot of time to grab the camera, but it's a beautiful night. Finally, this is the nicest, I think, fall night we've even had, so it's giving me a little bit of hope. We are in the field furthest from home, so it's definitely takes, Jack and I are just going to be motoring just to keep up, to keep the combine going, which keeps everything just more efficient. So it's a pretty big field. This is our biggest one, I think, of corn, 130 acres. We've got over here we've got a big plot. Actually, we're doing with our friend Lauren. She works with Bayer, and she's doing a population trial, a fertilizer trial. I can't remember what else. So I think she's coming Sunday to help with that, weigh it off and get some good data off that. And this field will take us a good 3, maybe 4 days to do, and then hopefully we still have enough time to rip off that really wet field. But feeling like we got the wind in our sails again, which is nice. It's funny, you just need a sunny day to do it. And I just got a text from my neighbor, who's a good friend. I never see her though, and she texted me and she said, "I love passing Jack on the road. He's got the best wave." So it's like one of our things as a farmer. You have to have a really good, strong wave to the neighbors, if you like them, of course. Kidding. So this is Jack's project he's been working on. What is this?
This is the printed circuit board for my final engineering project.
So what are you making?
It is a weather station, or will be a weather station. So there's a temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure sensor, which is this guy, and this guy's a radio module. So it's got a little antenna connector on there, so once I have everything mounted in, the solar panel mounted, we'll wire everything up. And then there's also a rain catcher and an anemometer, which is a wind speed sensor.
Like what's on the top of my barn?
Yep. And a wind vane, so we can measure the direction of the wind, and it does all the math and then sends it.
And you program this all?
Yep.
And that's your final project?
That's it. Well, I have to build it.
Right.
But it works. I just have to finish it.
The brains work.
The brains work. I just have to build the actual station.
You have to build the body.
Yeah.
What is everyone's asking what course you're taking?
Electrical engineering technology at Hensall College.
Cool. And you came home to help your parents?
Yes.
Again?
I try.
You do. You do a lot. Apparently my dog found my very expensive milk replacer. Bad. Good morning, you guys. It's Saturday. Oh, she is a little something else. I wanted to check on my little lamb. How's your eye? It's still looking kind of nasty. The lamb itself looks pretty good. So yesterday I gave it an antibiotic and a painkiller. The painkiller lasts 2 days. So I can't give it anything today. You see it? It's like right ready to pop, unfortunately. I don't know what that is going to do to its eyeball. You guys look really good. That's my baby. That's my baby girl. Hi. You're not friendly at all. Hopefully I don't jinx ourselves, but yesterday went really good out in the fields. So the corn dried overnight. I think the dryer finished at about 3 in the morning. So Mark is transferring the dried corn over to the big storage bin to free all that space up so we can get going in real good time today and rip off more acres than he had planned, as long as everything goes good. So that's really exciting. So keep your fingers crossed this video ends better than some of them have this week. Krista said the boys and girls were very active yesterday, so this breeding group is going to be pretty spread out, I'm thinking, because those rams have been in for a good couple weeks. I think it's 3 weeks this week, or maybe 4. Have to do the math because they might actually have to come out soon. Who's that? The glass micro house is
It's my
done.
modern self-reliance. It's
Who's modern?
humorous to watch him work with pigs.
Is that the guy near Guelph?
I don't know if it's Guelph. He's somewhere.
It's the bearded guy's brother?
Yeah, bearded woodsman's brother.
Right. What are we supposed to do for lunch?
I don't know, Sandy. What are we supposed to do?
We have no food in the house.
I told Monty 11. I gotta tighten that pit chain. It's making some nasty sound.
That's what that noise was? Jack said it was awful loud.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's not gonna be fun.
Huh, okay. What do you need for that?
Need to finish emptying the dryer first.
Okay.
Sorry.
Apparently I lost the food battle. I think what happens is we get housebound for a couple days when we don't get to be in the field, and then I think we proceed to eat our emotions, and then when it's time to go back out in the field, there's no food to eat or to make for lunches. And there will be no stopping once we start today, and I know we're going to be going till dark. So I'm going to take a couple seconds now and go to our local variety store, because I think I can probably muster something together that resembles food. Well, lucky for the boys, they have an epic wife slash mom with an epic local variety store that carries some fresh baking. So I actually did get a fresh loaf of bread, a fresh pack of buns, some local turkey meat. We have a turkey farm nearby, and some fresh local donuts. So we're gonna have an epic lunch after all. You're lucky you have a super awesome Madre.
Thank you.
You're gonna love your lunch.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of carbs.
I am gonna love them.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
okay. Uh-oh. Got it?
Yep. Lock up the tractor and just shove the key in your pocket, and then Sandy, you wait for him and you can go home with your mom.
Well, we haven't got much off, and we have an issue with the feeder house, so Mark's running home and we're shut down on this perfect day. Was looking good.
The bushing's just not tight. Could be the welds actually. We'll go with that.
Feels good in here, so.
The see it. It's rotating.
fell again.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Get it back into place. I can try and hold it.
So take those boards out so there's no time, there's no weights off it. Push down on it.
Okay, we are at it again. So there was a bushing that, or a bolt maybe that just didn't get tightened good enough when he put on the corn head, and it wiggled loose and disappeared. So it was really banging pretty bad on the combine. So of course we have no spares of that stuff. So he just welded together a bolt and a bushing, and it made it fit the hole. So hopefully. We've only had 6 loads off. We should have had probably double that right now. It's dark almost now. We're at dusk. Another really nice afternoon. We were really productive. It was good. We are starting our last field here at this field. It's not our last field, but it's our last half of this farm. And this is the field we are doing plots with Lauren tomorrow. So I think Mark wants to just get some headlands ripped off and just get a nice start on it. And then we don't have to do that tomorrow. I think there's still room in our dryer, as in the bells and whistles haven't gone off yet. The rest of the afternoon went really well after the minor little breakdown. So I'm assuming the combine is working good now again. Other than that, I have been listening to Astonishing Legends. It's a podcast that I think it's Mark's favorite podcast. I have never actually listened to it before, but he said for Halloween they did The Exorcist. I watched The Exorcist at a friend's house when I was really little, and I have never been able to watch a scary movie since that day. It still freaks me out, and I actually listened to the podcast. Still freaks me out. So needless to say, I still will not be watching any scary movies anytime soon. But good podcasts, like those guys are good. So if you want a good podcast to listen to, that is Mark's absolute favorite. What are you doing up there? On your chair. What's this? Come on. That works too. You were looking for Mommy's donut, weren't you? I ate it. I ate it.